Hello, happy Easter, ladies. Dr. P coming to you from the home office. It is April 6th and week 13. I hope you had a blessed Easter weekend and a little bit of rest since our last time together in Goldsboro. We have 3 weeks to finish the semester strong and keeping up with work since we're done with our face-to-face. Keeping up with work and submitting it before the end of the month is a big deal. So I'm going to make a couple more videos to let you know how things are going and what's coming up. And there is a piece of reading going ahead, Ainsworth chapters 1 to 4, and some reflection on rigorous curriculum design that's coming up. And I looked ahead, and I'm going to ask this question at our PLC meeting this week, but uh, you're not going to start a CDP project using this book directly for a couple of semesters to next spring, but this is a really important textbook that will be a good resource for you to keep on the shelf as far as designing curriculum, but it's also a foundational book in terms of the understanding, the application of the theories that we learned in Marsh and Willis. You'll see a very specific scientific design to Ainsworth. And anyway, important. Read ahead and do a little reflection on that. If you skim it and read it lightly now, this is one you're going to want to reread deeply later when it comes time for your curriculum, your CDP, curriculum development project. And in terms of the artifacts and the work that is due, the PEA is due. And remember, it's not a huge document at this point. Use the skirt rule, please, but this one doesn't need to be long and involved because you are going to revisit PEB this summer and make it long and involved. So get that draft in, and remember you can submit it. You need to request comments in TaskStream. You've had feedback from folks in Blackboard, and I appreciate that, but submit please in TaskStream requesting comments. I'll turn it around as quickly as I can. You can submit it for evaluation, and it's at least that two-step process for each of the several evidences that you're going to be submitting in the next couple of weeks. So do that please now. Some of you have already worked ahead and submitted your CNAA or OA as well as the PEA. PEA is due this week, as you can see from the calendar. If you review the calendar, that is the big deal for this week in week 13, Drago Severson Book Talk. Let me come back to that in just a second, but that's coming up in week 14, and Ellie herself is going to be live for us next Sunday, the 12th. And then CNA OA posted to TaskStream to request comments, and everything done by the end of the month. But that's the big deal there. For this week specifically, readings and content, Ainsworth chapter 1 and 4, and please do some reflection on that. Not a deep reflection on Ainsworth at this point, but stick your toe in the water there, please. Do submit the PE. That's already said and done. Continue working on OA and CNA. And no, you're not going to be bringing them to class for peer review at this point. But that's the big deal for this week. Switch over to 701 and I'll say something about those other submissions. Thanks. Have a great week.